Scrum Squad. I've reached level 15.
Very good. Very good. I'm almost at level 2 myself.
So, in the last part, we finally found the Locust Queen, and we're on her
And she
tail.
immediately ran away.
Well, it's a strategic retreat. I mean, let's see. Separating us from her are a bunch of armed forces. She can fly and we can't, so we're still at something of a disadvantage.
But we've got the coal trade. Surely he can fly.
Sorry, Dwebs. Sorry, James. For as awesome as the Coltrane is, there are some things that even he cannot do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, think about it like this. He's just all the more awesome dealing with stuff, even with our limitations.
Alright.
Besides, what fun would a journey be if it were easy?
Alright.
It would be a lot more convenient.
So
It would be called Dynasty Warriors, I guess.
So yeah, as the chapter name implies, our goal is to hijack one of those things that you see there, one of those airships, and use it to our advantage. So we
I'm
have
getting feelings of deja vu.
Hijack a bug creature and use it to our advantage.
Well, yeah, it's like Luigi. Good thing I found a magic balloon.
Although in Gears of War 2, man, we were hijacking locust creatures left and right.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Culminating with a Brumak, nonetheless.
Baird, what are you shooting at?
His imagination.
His inner demon.
he thinks he's helping too. Just let him, you know.
Nice gesture, but shooting at nothing in particular isn't gonna help.
Well, maybe it's just like Rambo. You know, Rambo never shoots straight. So.
And yet still manages to hit everything.
Yeah, he managed to get how many movies? 5?
Oh yeah, did you guys see Rambo Last Blood?
I actually haven't.
I've heard that was a pretty good send-off, actually.
Actually, Jover got pretty negative reviews, but I saw it and I thought it wasn't that bad.
From what I've heard, it's more a case of critics hated it, but fans actually
Well,
did like it.
well, there's critics also didn't like the first Expendables, and we enjoyed it. I mean, it's just critics in general critics are way too stuffy and snobbish to just enjoy a dumb action movie.
How was the ratio? Sorry, go on.
Allow me to present Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Exhibit A being Godzilla King of Monsters, and Exhibit B being Joker. Both films that made quite a lot of money, and let's be quite honest, had quite a lot of good reason to be praised. But in both cases, the critics came up with BS reasons to rate the movie. For Godzilla, they critiqued it for focusing too much on the monsters and
how dare you!
Humans. And then when it came to Joker, mind you, the same critics that praised the Harley Quinn movie accused Joker of being also violent and something that would affect the minds of people and would cause them to shoot up theaters.
That's the thing, Jova. Like, there are very specific reasons why the critics hated Joker, but I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff because it's just.
I don't believe Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters is a de facto better example in that kind of sense.
When it comes to Joker, though, I think that's pretty much that it's this generation's Clockwork Orange.
Not just that, there are others, but yeah, go on, Joe.
Speaking of Rambo, got this thing from TV Tropes here, but
actually, go on, sorry. Go on.
Under the Mexicans Love Speedy Gonzalez category, despite many critics accusing the movie of being racist and xenophobic for its unflattering portrayal of the Mexican border as a crime-ridden wasteland filled with dangerous people, many viewers of Mexican descent have come out on social media to defend the film, claiming its portrayal of how dangerous the border isn't too far off the mark. If anything, they were glad that it raised awareness of the real-life sex trafficking that takes place in the area.
Which movie is that?
Pointed out that
Gramble as Blood.
Some have even pointed out that this film actually had to tone down the brutality of sex offenders in order to be capable of theatrical release. For what it's worth, Mexican critic Gerardo Valero, while he didn't like the movie, he didn't think it was racist either. So who do I believe? Actual people that live there, or critics who don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't you understand? Critics are there to be offended for the actual minorities rather than the minorities.
Honestly, there's only one person that I believe in when it comes to these things.
The actual Mexican people.
Well, okay. When it comes to when it comes to the racism aspect, yeah, sure. But when it comes to the quality of a film in general, there's only one person I trust.
Yourself.
Exactly. Very good.
Yeah, it's her we're gonna have to deal with, one way or another.
Well, what other ways do you think, Marcus? Just shoot her until it dies. It's like the cyber demon.
Well, isn't that how we've been dealing things up until this course for almost 3 games now?
I know, but the way Marcus phrased it, one way or another. What, you think negotiation is on the table or something? Come on.
Wouldn't that be?
But no, James, what I wanted to ask is, for Ambulance Blood, you talked about the reception. What about the budget grossing ratio?
Let me see.
Like, was it a bomb, normal, success?
It cost 50 million and it made 91.5.
Not enough, fortunately.
It's okay.
Although apparently, here in Britain and in the US and Canada, our version of the movie was considerably shorter than everywhere else.
Oh, great! So there are 2 cuts.
Ours was only 89 minutes. International was 101.
What the
So
heck?
they cut. But didn't you mention that some version like cut away some violent stuff?
Honestly, Jova, if you wanna, if you wanna talk about movies where the critics kiss the movie's ass for absolutely no, like that.
What?
What?
No. I was talking about movies where the critics pretty much. Oh wait. Were you talking about me talking about the critics who praised Harley Quinn in face of Joker?
Critics who praise who try to praise bad movies and yet put down good ones. You know, kind of like the things you were talking about right now when it comes to...
I mean, Harley Quinn's not necessarily a bad movie, but I do feel like it's overrated by the critics who were trying
Also,
to...
is that now the actual official title, or like they change it again?
I think it's still...
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey and the whatever.
Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I didn't think really think much of Birds of Prey either, so...
For me, my 2 favorite examples when it comes to that thing, Jova, is Moonrise Kingdom and No Country for Old Men. Moonrise Kingdom is talking about it's such a off the wall and really a creative family romp, and yet there's literally a scene where a kid literally gropes a girl's breast, like.
Whimsical,
right? And family friendly, right? Because that's totally appropriate. Okay. Here's the thing. I want to at the very least make this clear. If a filmmaker wants to make a film about teenagers discovering their love/sexuality, yes, you can do that. But you need to do it in a serious, dramatic adult film. You can't put this in a also whimsical family comedy. You can't. That doesn't. It's like we tried that and we got Milk Money. You know. So no.
Good old Milk Money. That Disney movie about that. Basically, Milk Money is a Disney movie about a bunch of cute little kids trying to get a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked up. I looked up the movie just on Wikipedia.
Even dump the bodies.
I thought Ed Harris would be the one doing that. The adult actor, not the kids.
Nope. It's all about the kids trying to
Baird,
that
come
money
on.
to get an adult hooker to do stuff with them. And yes, it is a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her hometown. So it's got to be Mira that's holding your dad, Marcus.
And now she knows I'm coming for him.
So yeah, Mira's holding our. So yeah, Mira.
Well, at least what we're thinking.
So yeah, Mira's holding Marcus's dad hostage for some reason, so we have to go and save him.
They bought Family Guy.
Airborne.
So that explains it.
Yeah.
Pencils. Look, something shiny.
No, thank you.
Hey, don't make Make me turn this thing around. There, how long before we're in radio range
If you
of the
kids
gate?
can't keep your hands to yourself, I'm gonna turn this car around and there'll be no queen for anybody.
Cookies too.
Poop.
That's it. Back to Winnipeg.
Alright, so for now we'll take advantage of the turrets and try to take down any other airships that come and try and get us.
Alright, we've cue the crash-free blimp level music. Close enough.
That you dizzy?
Honestly, the first airplane section from Crash Rafa Cortex, I like that track a bit better.
Barge coming in? That's
Which one? The one where you need to sunk the battleships aboard the Dragonfly?
No, we have to. No, is where you stop the tornadoes.
Oh, Tornado
Oh,
Alley.
We'll get those grubs off your back.
Yeah, Tornado Alley. Yeah.
Again, Rafa Cortex did a lot of things wrong. The soundtrack was not one of them.
Honestly,
Maybe
Joe,
I'm-
the soundtrack has always been one of the stronger points of any Traveler's Tales game, usually.
Maybe I'm biased
makes
because the
sense.
composers are British, but still.
Oh
That
no, we're deflated one.
That does make sense to you. I mean, it was one of the absolute high essential marks of Twinsanity, and people often do praise.
Well, that is also a bit unconventional. I'm talking about the go-to composers that Traveler's Tales usually had.
Oh yeah. I mean, Rafa Cortex did have its keen soundtrack
Yeah.
as well, and let's see,
Well, there's the Mickey Mania.
yeah, and even the Legos games have pretty good soundtracks in them.
Well, that's
Granted,
mainly because of the soundtracks from the movies.
Well, okay, yeah, but sometimes they make, original tracks in there. I'm talking about the original tracks they made for them.
Hey, Dizzy.
Get this thing as close to the ground as you can. We're going in.
I'm surprised no one suggested just jump off.
We try to save our legs when we can.
Go exploring without us.
Huh.
Whee!
You taking on the grub army single-handed again, Dizzy? I guess I should learn my lesson against Storm.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah.
What an unexpected family reunion.
I know, right? Characters abound.
Well, again, this was supposedly the conclusion of the original trilogy, so of course, previous characters were bound to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, yeah. We're also about to find Hoffman in the next act. Come on, die.
I'm pretty sure asking politely is not gonna work.
There you go. Alright. Anyone else?
I really like the music here.
Mm-hmm.
Da, da, da.
Ammo.
I'm waiting for a scene in one of these games where one of the, not necessarily one of the main characters, but one member of their army just turns turncoat and betrays them.
Once again, you suggested this also for the previous games, a game at the very least, but I'll state what I said back then too. The situation doesn't really favor this kind of behavior. If it was like an opponent and a war between two human factions, similar to...
Yeah, if they made a game about the Pendulum Wars, you could have...
see this kind of scenario actually happening. But the Locusts and by extension their exploding cousins are such a particular type of enemy that humans defecting their nations for them makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
Not even
like,
for a crazy standpoint.
the Locusts just want to rip and tear. The Lambent are even worse, mind you. There'd be absolutely no gain unless you were a sociopath, and even still, they'd probably just kill you on the spot anyway.
You'll probably be deluded, you're thinking of joining the winning side, but as soon as they've done their job, they'll be...
Because we really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like, well done, you have done well.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Now kill him. Seriously, I mean, I don't trust this guy.
Oh come on,
Oh,
it's Dizzy. He helped
so
us.
much ammo.
It was one of our partners in Gears 2. This, come on. By this point, I think we can trust him.
And he's giving us all this ammo and guns.
All right, let's
One of its
see.
fake ammo.
Try firing it. Boom, it's real.
There you go.
Yeah, in fact, that'd be a good way to snuff out a traitor. Have the guy have the guy providing you the ammo try and fire it himself, and if he's a traitor,
Oh no, that's the most powerful weapon in the game. The one shot. It's called one shot for a reason. It kills anything in one shot except for bosses.
Self-explanatory.
if he's a traitor, he'll turn the gun on you. However, seeing as though for the most part ammo that's fake is really dodgy, he'll end up blowing himself up.
I'm guessing the one shot's your favorite, Pedro?
Well, I guess.
I'll find out.
It's a vibe, Joe. If I had to guess, Joe, it's a vibe similar to the BFG in Doom. It's awesome to use, but you probably
Don't
want
point at him.
to use it for special occasion instead of just wasting it.
Oh, but of course.
There you go.
This one for your stink-ass queen, bitch.
Thank you, Cole.
Why are you pointing the gun at Cole?
Don't worry, Dwebs. There's no friendly fire in this game anyway.
You're the traitor, I knew it. Pointing a gun at our own troops, how could you?
Alright, let's get up there so we can get a good vantage point from the high ground. Alright. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, shoot through the wood, that won't be a waste of ammo.
Fuck. There we go. Kill the Reaver in just one shot. There you go, see.
Duly noted.
You got any grenades?
No.
Love how the one shot practically just vaporizes them by the looks of it.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it vaporizes them into a cloud. And with bigger enemies, just sends them toppling down before they explode.
With strife. Get it? You said cloud and I said strife.
Rip and tear.
Until it's done.
Do that. You know, actually, okay. A Doom crossover with Gears of War.
That I would potentially see it. But I mean, in terms of setting coinciding with each other now, actually having a reason, you know, a way for these two things to cross over, that's a bit more tricky. But Eternal and the 2016 game do provide some sort of timey-wimey shenanigans that could make a scenario like this potentially applicable.
Oh, have you played Doom Eternal yet?
If they went back,
I wanted, basically, Jova, the gist is that I wanted to get it on launch, but it was so close to the 7 remake that I essentially had to choose one or the other. So basically, Eternal is waiting for a sale on the PS Store, but I'm definitely getting it.
if we travel back in time to the time of the original trilogy, definitely. But just make sure you don't travel to the new trilogy, because those characters are so uncool. They would totally hamper the Doom characters.
But, well, to be fair, the Doom Marine, or as it's called these days, Doomsayer, doesn't really socialize. But I'll mention this more after cutscene.
I think you will like Doom Eternal.
Well, even if you play this 2016 game, Pedro.
No.
If you find it on sale, again, the usual gist, if you find it on sale, give it a try. It's actually really fun.
What do we do, kids? We aim for their ammo.
Of course. But
Thanks, Baird.
once again, the 2016, I can tell this, it could be potentially considered slight spoilers, but the game doesn't waste too much time on this, and it's there just to be cute fan service. It was already implied in 2016, but Eternal pretty much confirmed the fact that the games, all the games, are a sort of eternal cycle of the Doom Marine being trapped in fighting the demons, essentially, in alternate timelines and dimensions. And the reason why their games are so different is the fact that Hell keeps changing shape, but the Doom Marine finds always a way to adapt to the situation, meaning that every single Doom modification, the WADs, are canon, including the stupid ones like the Batman games. That's, technically speaking, just Hell adapting to be Gotham City and the Doom Marine acting like Batman.
Wow.
I mean, it is, technically speaking, a very stupid plot twist and just fan service, but considering the type of mindless gameplay and the fact that Doom had, and the fact that they never really were too Shakespearean with their stories, I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh shit, are we ramming into this? Oh god.
Looks
Yeah.
like we are. Yeah.
Lovely.
Also, it's already night.
There we go.
Also, props to the game for having, oh Jesus, one of the skyboxes where the wound is not this huge.
Yeah.
Anvil Gate, over. God damn, I'm just getting static.
Looks like we're all on our own again.
Of course. Oh,
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Mira.
boy.
Hey, Mira.
what have you done for the rest of the day just showing up now?
That's the thing, too. She's been busy behind the scenes, as we're going to learn later.
Okay,
She's got plans.
sure.
That beetle of hers must be turbocharged. She's too fast to target.
Ah,
And now we're being attacked.
Or either.
This is not, this is not the time to beat her, like, you cannot actually kill her here. So, this is
it's one of those battles you're supposed to lose.
well,
Not
it's-
necessarily. It's more like a battle where you're supposed to survive,
yeah.
shall we say.
Well, the ship is pretty much in danger at this point. I'm not sure how we'll survive.
We'll find a way.
We'll just make a crash landing.
Shit, the bitch got us. Hang on, we're going down. Baird, any way we can slow this thing down? Oh, it'll slow right down. When
Watch out, you're gonna crash! Ah!
man, everybody in one piece.
I'll get back to you on that.
Hello?
Hold your fire.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh, hi, Hoffman.
Well, well, well.
At least we didn't show on sight.
A column of grubs heading this way, Colonel.
Would have
Let's
sucked.
get out of here and I'll explain.
Okay, mount up. Get on the radio and warn the fort we got grubs inbound. It's been a long time, Phoenix. I'm guessing you didn't come all this way to inquire about me.
We've got something for you. The key for Prescott's data disk.
Well, you must think it's pretty damn urgent. Hell, I'd almost given up on the damn thing.
Yeah. It contains information where Prescott's holding my father. Azura. Ring any bells with you?
What the hell do you mean holding your father?
I got a message from him. He didn't get killed after all. Prescott had him kidnapped.
Dear God Almighty, and all that shit's on the disc. Where'd you get the key?
Prescott handed it to me today. Just before he...
Oh wow, only one day has passed.
Act 3, Chapter 1, Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, starring Samuel Jackson.
No goddamn idea what to say. And that's a first for me.
Contact! Grubs at the front gate! All personnel, stand to position!
I mean, I'm the loudmouth screaming all the time, Colonel, and yet even I'm speechless at this.
Wow. We'll tune in more on that then in the next part.
See ya. Then.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.